Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, today, loads of little bits and pieces going on today. Crazy stuff going on in the background as well. I've got to go and pick up the new project from Copart. I'm not going to show you on the video. That's going to be in tomorrow's video. So, but you will see it on my Instagram. The new project, I'll take a picture of it and I'll stick it on Instagram so you can see that before tomorrow's video. But for today, we are going to continue with the Peugeot 308 on the rear end because I have got the rear panel now, the plastic panel. I have got that. So that could be all finished off at the rear end now. We can get on with that and do that. I'm going to be putting some pop rivets in the plastic to support that and hold it in place, and we're going to see if the bumper sits correctly where I need it to correctly. But I will show you both panels. They're over there on the bench. I will show you that in a second before we get cracking. Also, I picked up the Toyota Aygo, the white one that's been sitting around outside for so long now. But I've actually picked it up yesterday from the body shop and I need to go and... So the paint shop took panels to paint. The body shop done their bit. So I've got the car. I need to collect the panels, the bumper and the door. They repaired the door as well. So I've got to get all those bits and pieces. So hopefully we should be able to jump on that today as well. So we'll do this and the Toyota Aygo today. And we'll just see how far we get, how much we get done. I'm also, like I said to you, I'm going to collect the car from Copart. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, but let's just see what happens because I've got other stuff going on. So let's crack on. Let's do this. So yeah, we're going to be starting on this morning. I'm going to put it over on the ramp, take it up in the air, and we're going to sort out the rear end. Show you the panels that I've got. So this is the one that's turned up, the second-hand one from the breakers, but it's in good condition, as in there's no splits around the top piece of there, and that's all straight. It's not buckled like this one. You see, so it's just it's split as well. See that? And it's just not holding the bumper in place, and it's just a little bit wavy as well. So that's what was pushing on the boot. When you're shutting the boot, it was pushing it up. So again, this one is going to really sort of be much better because it's a solid piece. It ain't going to sort of do any movement. It ain't going to push anything around. So yeah, you know, let's do that first and build all that back up, put all that back together. I have got to put some paint over these holes that I made to fix the original one down. And I'm going to put a bit of mastic over it as well, just to seal it up. But you know, I'm sure it'd be fine. So yeah, let's move the car over there on the ramp, and then I'll get you set up, and then we'll just crack on with the rear end first of all panel. Let's do this. Right, okay, guys, just before I continue and cover it up with the bumper, just want to show you what I've done. So you can see the pop rivets all the way through. I've actually put some mastic over the original holes as well. I've had to make these pop rivets in that position. So, but there is like a bracket there, that the support bracket there that holds it in place. So I knew where it was going to go. I knew where it was supposed to sit, plus the original holes are absolutely bang on. All four of them exactly where they should be. So, yeah, I think we're good to go. I might just put a couple more in just in case. Like, I know that originally there's only one this side, but let's put two in maybe. Another one there, maybe another one here. So I might just put a few more in just to give it a bit more security, just strengthen it up a bit more with some more pivot pot rivets. But yeah, once I've done that, we're going to put on the bumper and then just sort of just continue building it back up, putting it back together. And yeah, we'll go from there. So let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, guys, there we go. The back end is all back together. There is a few marks and scratches on this bumper, but, you know, it's kind of all round, really, isn't it, this car? Yeah. But, yeah, anyway, that's... So I'm getting sort of... I've put the light back in place as well, so that's all done. But everything's been put back into where it should be. Spare wheels back in place with all the tools. All I've got to do the parcel shelf. And that's it. That is really all I can do today on this one. Because I'm still waiting for the washer bottle pump motor for that to turn up. Because of the old one, wasn't it? So I'm still waiting for that. We can't put it through an MOT until this turns up. This rotten thing. So yeah, can't really continue with this one. So I think let's get this one outside. Let's bring in the Toyota Aygo. Let's have a look at that. And then obviously we're going to start putting all the panels back together, back on the car. You can see them over there. We've got the bumper and the door and the wing. Where's the wing? I think the wing's in the car. So, yeah, let's go and let's swap over, get the Aygo in, and we'll have a good crack at that. So, let's continue, guys. But for now, I'm finished with this one because that trim is all sorted. And then we've just got to do that and MOT it. But let's get this outside and bring the Toyota Aygo in. Let's do this. Right, guys, got the Toyota Aygo in the workshop. So yeah, as you can see, it's all been stripped, still stripped down at the front, and if we go around, it's all stripped here as well. So door, wing, headlight, it's all been removed because it had to be painted. I managed to get a bumper in this, but I didn't get it in colour, the bumper, so it had to be sprayed to the right white colour. So what happened was, the body shop had all the parts and all that sort of stuff to begin with. They lined everything up. As you can see, the headlight's still on the other side because he doesn't need to do any painting this side. It was just the other side because I don't know if you remember it, but there was a little crease in the door that I wasn't happy with on this side, so it had to be painted. So once he lined up everything else, put the rad pack in place, done all those kind of bits and pieces, make sure all the front slam panel is where it should be. He then removed the bumper for me, and the wing and the door, and we had those at the paint shop, which is over here. Door, bumper, and wing was all painted. But I said, look, let me just don't sort of take it all back to the body shop, or don't take the parts back to the body shop because that was there already. I'll collect the parts. I'll get the car picked up and dropped off here, and then we can do all the the put back, all the trims and all the panels and everything that goes back into the bumper. We can do all that now. Put the door back on, line it all back up because he's already lined it up. He said, so you ain't. He said to me, you're not gonna have any problems, issues with lining it all back up because he's already done that. So yeah, that's kind of where we are. So I think let's get set up first. The first thing we need to do is the door. So we'll get the door on and get all that lined up and then just work our way around the front end and just see how far we can get today. So yeah, let's get set up. Let's do this. Right, guys, before I carry on, I just want to quickly explain what I was doing there because I basically fitted the door, then fitted the wing, and then realised that the wing was just sitting in too far a little bit, and I couldn't get it flush with the door. I just wasn't happy with it. And then I finally realised that the actual door on the hinge was sitting out very slightly because I compared it looking down the side here, and it was sticking. It was just sticking out very slightly more than this side. So I knew that there was a little bit of an issue with the door hinges, and I had to move them back in. I've done that now, and it all lines up good, both sides. It matches. So now we can continue, put the wing back in place that I've just taken off. But sometimes you have to do that. You have to sort of, on and off parts and mess stuff around just to get it right, just to get it perfect. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, let's continue. We'll now do the wing. I can get the gap right, which is that gap there on my feeler gauge. I have to put it here, and the wing has to go against it. So it's that gap needs to go all the way down here, the same as the other side. So we're going to do that next. So let's continue. I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, guys, so after a bit of messing around, because obviously the body shop lined it all up and then it was removed so we can get the painting done for the bumper and the door. But yeah, as you can see, it actually looks pretty good now with the paint. It just flows, you know what I mean? But before, it felt a little bit sort of, if the paintwork felt a little bit different, but now it just looks, it looks really good. So, done the wing, that's all lined up. All the panels have been put back in, all the pieces there, indicator, side trim, the top trim, the headlights all been lined up. Bonnet lines up with the lock and the headlights. It all seems to be going back really, really well. So I think what we'll do next is we'll jump on the bumper, get all the trims put back into that, and then we're going to put the bumper in place, line it back up, and see how that looks. But so far, this is going really, really well. It's taken a long time, this car, I've got to be honest. It's been sitting around for a long time, and it's been able to get hold of parts for this Toyota in this specific year. And they only done this facelift version for 2 years, was incredibly difficult. I'll probably do another Toyota Aygo, but I won't ever do this year. Between 12, I think it's 12 and 14. Crazy. Just the parts are just not there, especially that bumper. Overpaid a bit for that bumper, but it was the only one I could find. I had to get it. You know, it is what it is. So let's now move on. We're going to put all the pieces, trims, grills, everything back in the bumper, and then we're going to line it back up and see how that looks like when we close the bonnet. But I'm well impressed with this paintwork, I've got to be honest. It's come out really well. Because remember, I had that little crease in the door there as well. Completely gone. And it just looks, so much better. Dusty, obviously, it's come from a paint shop, and that's what happens, when you take them to paint shops, but that's got to be cleaned. I ain't worried about that. So let's move on with the bumper. Let's do this. Wow, guys, this is really all coming together now. Do you know what? It's just so like quick. Do you know what I mean? After, you know, he's lined it up anyway and he's sorted all the rest of the front end out. I'm just a case of just putting all the trims and for the bumper and stuff. Let me just turn it off. It's just a little bit loud. So yeah. It is definitely getting there. It's definitely looking like a car again. Still got to play around with it a little bit. Still got to push in sort of the bumper to the wheel. Got to mess around with that a little bit and get that connected properly. The under tray as well. Got to put that underneath and line it all back up. Wheel arches and bits and pieces like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it's coming out. It's just taken so long. It's just dragged. Really too long, but you know, it is what it is. But it's getting there. It's looking like a car again. But I've run out of time today, so I'm gonna have to leave it there. We're gonna have to come back to this, get it finished off, MOT'd, clean it up, and then it's ready to go up for sale. I've already got a couple of people interested in this car. Every time someone comes to have a look at a car or comes past or whatever, they always say, what's happening with that Aygo? Is that up for sale? Honestly, I get it. I understand that, you know, the Toyota Aygo is a very popular car, very cheap to run. It's free road tax on this one. So there's nothing to pay for the road tax. And it's just a cheap little runaround for someone. And I get it. I understand why they're so popular. And I'm getting a lot of interest in it. So we'll see what happens with that one. But for today, guys, that is it. I've run out of time. I'm going to have to leave it there. Don't forget, drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about this one and the Peugeot that we was working on. Yeah, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Really appreciate all support. If you haven't already, don't forget, if you can, subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. All the support is fantastic, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. See you soon.